Hello and welcome to the Cnuofesd Gamer. My name is Hyperion, and this is the first in Level 1, our series of first look videos on various games that we find that we think you might be interested in. So this is Magicka. It's an indie title. Me and both Cnuofesd and Morpheus both agree that this is a really good game. It's only really it's best if you play it two player or 3 player or 4 player, because when you're playing at 1 player it's not all that fun. But we'll just show you the first level and the tutorial and the rest of the first level of this game. I think you'll really enjoy it. Basically the way it works is it's a click to move game, and you're a mage and you use a combination of 8 elements, various combinations of 8 elements to conjure various spells, and it's a really good fun game, and it's really good if you're in a group, and there's so many different features to the game. So I really recommend you buy it. Right, this is just the start of the tutorial. So some of the voice acting is pretty random and hilarious in various places, but it's quite funny, so I think you'll enjoy it. So the first thing I have to do is just go and pick up a staff from the little rack over there. Now, one thing you will notice is that I can't actually heal myself because I'm wearing some sort of weird Tron Evolution costume, and it means that I can't heal myself for some reason. They have some sort of weird problem with healing people, so I spend a while trying to heal myself. So yeah, then you just shift and left click to cut through that rope, and then move on. Cast some earth. Some rocks at this thing. I think I do screw it up a couple of times, but eventually I get it to go, get it to work properly. And if you don't power it up properly, for some reason it goes straight through the planks, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's cool. Sadly, this game was released in a really buggy state, but that was March time, so I think it's been vastly rectified now. And it's actually a really well made and well put together game. So yeah, just learn the fire element to set that alight. Move on. Now, because it's the part of what makes this game so fun is the sheer amount of kind of experimentation options that you can do. Because you don't get told all of the spells straight off. You just kind of told the basic stuff, and then you basically just experiment with it, and then come up with whatever spells you think might work. And it leads to some pretty funny stuff and some pretty cool spells actually, and it keeps you immersed for longer than it would do if it told you all the spells straight off, because it means you remember them more because you've taught them to yourself, and it's all very cool. The way they've integrated the elements is really good as well. I think the way that if you conjure a fire and a water, then it will just turn into steam, and you can fire that at somebody. It's a really good way of integrating it all. And if you douse somebody in water, and then fire it, and then shoot some ice at them, then they'll freeze solid. So I think the way that they've done that is really cool. It's really well done. Also, there's the voice acting in here is very funny, and also they've managed to stick as many references to films as it's possible to put in a game that's this short, and some of them are very funny. There's a Star Wars one somewhere and a 300 one, but I'll let you discover those as you get to them. This might turn into a series of videos on Magicka, but they'll most likely be a 3-player co-op series, because that's a lot funnier, and if any of you have seen the Total Biscuit and Yogscast videos, you'll know what I mean when I say that, because they are very hilarious. But it most likely won't be a single player series, because that's just not as fun in any way. On the Steam sale it was about £1.50. I think the Steam sale has now finished. I think it finished about a week ago, but you can still pick up a 4-pack, which enables you to send it to your friends. You can keep one for yourself and then send 3 to 3 of your friends, and then enables you to have hours and hours of fun. Now, something that is on Steam says that it doesn't work with some chipsets and basic integrated graphics cards, but most of them should work, because at the moment I'm running a laptop. That's the only thing that I've got. I'm running a laptop with a HD 3000 integrated graphics, and it works fairly well on that, to be honest. You shouldn't have too many problems, but as long as you have a good internet connection and a good, a fairly good processor, then you should be okay when you're playing this game. So that's a good example of the dousing in water and then the freezing there. It's a really good integration. And also, if you're on fire, then you can douse yourself in water. That's useful. It's kind of really well integrated. Another interesting thing is you can kill NPCs, and I think here I just kind of do a fire AOE and then just walk out the room as if nothing's happened. I hope none of them die, but none of them are particularly integral to the storyline, and any characters that are integral to the storyline you won't be able to kill, so it doesn't make all that much difference. And you'll see there's the guy called Vlad from the start, who pops up again at some point during this level, and you'll see that I do try and kill him and you're unable to kill him. So yeah, you can. The scope for experimentation is absolutely huge in this game. So much you can do, and the combat scenes make for a lot of fun stuff. And there's kind of 4 main types of spell. There's kind of the beam, then there's the AOE, and then there's the kind of casting on yourself, which is mainly just useful for the fire and the healing. And then there's also casting mines, and mines become very useful for crowd control when you're fighting a boss and there's a lot of mobs around. The beams are fairly useful if you've just got a couple of mobs to kill on the way to something else. The casting on yourself is more for healing, and if you get wet, you need to cast a fire on yourself before you can cast a electric spell, which is, yeah, that's fairly useful generally. And you can also make fireballs and ice balls, which are fairly useful because you can just fire those straight into a pack of them and they'll all freeze or they'll all catch fire, and it's also quite useful for crowd control. Here is a kind of a basic, I think I use a basic version of the mine, of the water mine, and I just freeze this goblin. As I said, it's a really great game, and I think it was quite coded by a Swedish company called Paradox Games. They've made a very good game here, in my opinion. I think you'll really enjoy it if you do decide to buy it. I'm not entirely sure quite how much it is at the moment. I think it's something like £4.99 on Steam, which is very reasonable for what this game is, but I myself managed to pick it up for £1.50 during the Steam sale. So I'm very happy with the purchase of this game. So yeah, we just need to kill some spiders. What you'll also find is that some creatures will be more susceptible to various different elements. So like, if you have a Yeti, he'll be more susceptible to fire because he's a creature of the ice, as they say. And it's kind of well integrated like that. So the fire beasts will be susceptible to ice and stuff, and that you might say would be kind of fairly expected. But the way they've done it is really good, and yeah, it really works really well. Also, you'll find that you want to explore any paths that you find along the edges of quest lines and stuff like that, because you'll find various collectibles like new staves and new swords and various different things like that. It's kind of a fun side thing, and you find spell books with new quests and stuff like that. So new spells even. So yeah, so that's fairly useful to kind of follow all of the side paths and stuff like that. So that was kind of the boss battle of this level. So this has been the level 1 video, the first level 1 video for Magicka. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you come back soon to check out more of our videos. My name is Hyperion, and this has been the Cnuofesd Gamer. Thank you very much.